Hello student, in last lecture we have started the chapter number 7, that is elements of group 16, 17 and 18. Okay, now today we will start the new point of this chapter, that is compound of sulfur and compound of chlorine. Okay, now first of all compound of sulfur. Okay, now first compound sulfur dioxide, that is SO2. Okay, now first of all preparation. Okay, now first method from sulfur. The sulfur dioxide is prepared or obtained when sulfur is burned in air, that is sulfur burned in air to form sulfur dioxide. Okay, now first method, preparation method, that is from sulfur. Okay, now sulfur dioxide is obtained when sulfur is burned in air to form sulfur dioxide. Okay, now second method, industrial method. Okay, now sulfur dioxide is prepared when the zinc sulfide or iron pyrites ore are roasted to form sulfur dioxide. Okay, now here zinc sulfide ore roasted in a reverberatory furnace to form a zinc oxide and release sulfur dioxide. Okay, now here pyrites or iron pyrites ore are roasted in reverberatory furnace to form a Fe2O3 and release sulfur dioxide. That is, the sulfur dioxide is prepared or obtained by roasting of a zinc sulfide and iron pyrites ore. Okay, now next properties. Next point, properties. Okay, now first property, the sulfur dioxide are the colorless gas. Sulfur dioxide are the colorless gas. Okay, now next, second, the sulfur dioxide is highly soluble in water. For example, water plus SO2 to form sulfurous acid, that is, the sulfur dioxide are highly soluble in water. Okay, now next, third, the sulfur dioxide are acidic in nature. They are having a acidic in nature, that is, sulfur dioxide having a acidic in nature. And fourth property, the sulfur dioxide act as a strong reducing agent. The sulfur dioxide act as a strong reducing agent. For example, sulfur dioxide reduce iodine into hydrogen iodide. Okay, now next uses. First, a sulfur dioxide is used in a petroleum and sugar industry. The sulfur dioxide is used in a petroleum and sugar industry. Okay, now second, a liquid sulfur dioxide is used as a solvent. A liquid sulfur dioxide is used as a solvent. Okay, now third, a sulfur dioxide is used as a preservative. Sulfur dioxide is used as a preservative. Okay, now fourth, a sulfur dioxide is used in a manufacturing of a sulfuric acid. It is used in a manufacturing of sulfuric acid. And fifth, sulfur dioxide is used in a bleaching of wool and silk. The uses of sulfur dioxide. First use, sulfur dioxide is used in a refining of petrol and sugar. Second, a liquid sulfur dioxide used as a solvent. Third use, sulfur dioxide is used as a preservative. Fourth use, a sulfur dioxide is used in a manufacturing or preparation of a sulfuric acid. And fifth, a sulfur dioxide is used in a bleaching of wool and silk. Okay, and fourth point, D, that is structure. The sulfur dioxide having a angular or bent structure, that is a sulfur dioxide having a bent or angular structure in which a sulfur atom having a sp2 hybridization, center atom having a sp2 hybridization, and oxygen sulfur oxygen having a bond angle 119 degree and 5 minutes. A sulfur dioxide having a bent or angular structure in which sulfur atom having sp2 hybridization and bond angle between oxygen sulfur oxygen is 119 degree and 5 minutes. Okay. Now next compound, second, sulfuric acid. Okay. Now first, preparation. On a large scale, sulfuric acid is prepared by contact process. Contact process. This process having a 4 step. This process having a 4 step. Okay. Now first step, preparation of sulfur dioxide. Preparation of sulfur dioxide. Okay. Now sulfur dioxide is prepared when sulfur is burned in air. Sulfur is burned in air to form a sulfur dioxide. That is, for example, sulfur burn in air. Burn in air to form a sulfur dioxide. This is the first step, that is preparation of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now second step of a contact process, oxidation of a sulfur dioxide into sulfur dioxide. Oxidation of SO2 into SO3. In this step, the sulfur dioxide is oxidized into sulfur trioxide by using atmospheric oxygen and catalyst vanadium pentaoxide, that is twice SO2, atmospheric oxygen in presence of catalyst, that is vanadium pentaoxide. This sulfur dioxide is oxidized into sulfur trioxide. This is the second step of contact process. Okay. Now third, dissolution of a sulfur trioxide in a sulfuric acid. Dissolution of sulfur trioxide in a sulfuric acid. Okay. Now in this step, the sulfur trioxide is dissolved in a sulfuric acid to form a olum. That is SO3, that is sulfur trioxide dissolved in a sulfuric acid. To form a olum, that is H2S2O7. This is the olum. Okay. And fourth step, last step of contact process, that is dilution of olum. Dilution of olum. Okay. Dilution of olum. Okay. Now in this step, the olum is diluted by water, that is the olum is mixed with water to form a sulfuric acid, that is H2S2O7, that is olum, mixed or diluted in water to form a sulfuric acid, and this is the contact process. And this is the preparation of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now next, properties. Properties of sulfuric acid. B point, that is properties of sulfuric acid. Okay. First property, the sulfuric acids are colorless, dense and oily liquid. The sulfuric acid is the colorless, dense and oily liquid. Okay. Now second, the sulfuric acid is the dibasic. Okay. Now third, the sulfuric acid is the strong acid. Okay. Now fourth, the sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent. The sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent. For example, two molecules of ethyl alcohol react in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form a C2H5O C2H5 plus H2O. This is the diethyl ether. Diethyl ether. The sulfuric acid act as a dehydrating agent. For example, two molecules of ethyl alcohol react together in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid to form a diethyl ether and water. Okay. Now this is the example of dehydrating property of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now fifth property, the sulfuric acid act as a powerful oxidizing agent. The sulfuric acid act as a powerful oxidizing agent. For example, carbon react with sulfuric acid to give CO2 plus twice SO2 plus twice H2O. That is, a sulfuric acid oxidizes this carbon into carbon dioxide. That is, the sulfuric acid act as a powerful oxidizing agent. Okay. And sixth property, the sulfuric acid act as a sulfonating agent. The sulfuric acid act as a sulfonating agent. For example, benzene react with sulfuric acid, concentrated sulfuric acid to form a benzene sulfonic acid. Okay. These are the properties of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now C point, next point, that is uses of sulfuric acid. Uses of sulfuric acid. First, it is used for the preparation of fertilizer, detergent, explosive, dye, etc. The sulfuric acid is used for the preparation and manufacturing of fertilizer, detergent, dye, explosive, etc. Okay. Second, a sulfuric acid is used in a lead storage batteries. Sulfuric acid is used in a lead storage battery. Okay. Now third, a sulfuric acid is used as a laboratory reagent. Sulfuric acid is used as a laboratory reagent. Okay. Fourth, the sulfuric acid is used as a dehydrating agent, oxidizing agent and sulfonating agent. Okay. These are the uses of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now next, compound of chlorine. First compound, chlorine. Okay. Now first of all, preparation. Okay. Now first method, oxidation of HCl by MnO2 and by KMnO4. Okay. Now first of all, oxidation of HCl. The MnO2, that is magnesium dioxide, oxidize HCl to give chlorine. HCl to give chlorine. Okay. In first method, the MnO2, that is magnesium dioxide, oxidize HCl to give chlorine. Okay. Now next, by potassium permanganate. Okay. Now potassium permanganate oxidize HCl to give chlorine. Okay. Now in second method, KMnO4, that is potassium permanganate, oxidize HCl, oxidize this HCl to give chlorine. Okay. Now next, second method, Deccan process. In this process, the chlorine is obtained by HCl is oxidized by atmospheric oxygen by using a cupric chloride. At a temperature 723 Kelvin to give chlorine. Deccan process. In this process, the chlorine is obtained by when HCl is oxidized by atmospheric oxygen in presence of catalyst that is cupric chloride in presence of or at a temperature 723 Kelvin to gives chlorine. Okay. Next, third method, electrolytic process. The electrolysis of aqueous NaCl. The electrolysis of aqueous NaCl liberate a chlorine at anode and H2 at a cathode. By electrolytic process, the electrolysis of aqueous NaCl liberate chlorine at anode and H2 at a cathode, which is studied in a electrochemistry. Okay. Now next, properties of chlorine. Okay. Now first of all, physical properties. Okay. Now first physical property, the chlorine are the greenish yellow gas. Okay. Second, chlorine are poisonous gas. Okay. Now third, chlorine are the heavier than air. And last, fourth, chlorine are highly soluble in water. This is the physical properties of chlorine. Now next, chemical properties. Second, chemical properties. Okay. Now first chemical property, reaction with metal. First chemical property, that is reaction with metal. Okay. Now chlorine react with the metal to form a metal chloride. The chlorine react with the metal to form a metal chloride. For example, twice Na react with the chlorine to form a twice NaCl, that is sodium chloride. Okay, metal chloride. Okay. Now next, reaction with non-metal. A chlorine react with a non-metal to form a chlorides. A chlorine react with a non-metal to form a chlorides. For example, P4, that is phosphorus, react with 6 molecules of chlorine to form 4 molecules of PCl3. 4 molecules of PCl3, that is phosphorus trichloride. Okay. Second chemical property, reaction with non-metal. Chlorine react with a non-metal to form a chloride. Okay. Now next, reaction with water. The chlorine react with water to form a HCl and hypochlorous acid. A chlorine react with water to form a HCl and hypochlorous acid. For example, chlorine react with water to form a HCl plus hypochlorous acid. Okay. Third chemical property, that is reaction with water. The chlorine reacts with water to form a HCl and hypochlorous acid. Okay. Now next, fourth, reaction with a hydrogen or dihydrogen. Okay. A chlorine react with a hydrogen or dihydrogen to form a HCl. For example, H2 react with a Cl2 to give twice HCl. That is, a chlorine react with a dihydrogen to form a HCl, that is hydrogen chloride. Okay. Now next, fifth, oxidizing properties. Okay. Now chlorine act as a oxidizing agent. For example, chlorine oxidize ferrous salt into ferric salt. Here, this ferrous sulfate is oxidized into ferric salt due to oxidizing nature of chlorine, or this chlorine oxidize ferrous salt into ferric salt. Also it oxidize, or another example, a chlorine oxidize sulfur dioxide into sulfuric acid. Chlorine oxidize sulfur dioxide into sulfuric acid. Okay. And six properties, six chemical property, that is bleaching agent, bleaching property. Okay. Now due to oxidizing nature of a chlorine, the chlorine act as a bleaching agent. Their bleaching property is due to the release of or liberation of a nascent oxygen. Okay. Due to oxidizing nature or oxidizing property of a chlorine act as a bleaching agent, or it shows a bleaching properties. Okay. Now bleaching properties of a chlorine is due to it release or it liberate the nascent oxygen. For example, here a chlorine reacts with water to form a HCl and hypochlorous acid. This hypochlorous acid converted into HCl and release nascent oxygen. The chlorine release or liberate the nascent oxygen, therefore it acts as a, or it shows bleaching properties. Okay. Now next, see uses of chlorine. First, a chlorine is a use for the purification of a drinking water. The chlorine is a use for the purification of a drinking water or sterilization of drinking water. Okay. Now next, second, a chlorine is used as a bleaching agent in a textile and paper industry. The chlorine is used as a bleaching agent in a paper or textile industries. Okay. Now third, a chlorine is used for the preparation or manufacturing of dye, drugs and organic compound. A chlorine is used in a manufacturing of drugs, dyes and organic compound. Okay. And fourth, a chlorine is used in extraction of a metal like a gold and platinum. A chlorine is used in extraction of a metal like gold and platinum. Okay.